This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Perkins versus Gusman. You started out dating, and then you got married, and then you got divorced.
Yes.
And you started dating again. And so this off again, on again, off again relationship is going to be off permanently because of what's going on in your relationship right now.
Well, Your Honor, I need to know for sure if he's cheating, because I pretty much know for a fact that he is, but I need to know the truth before I marry him again. He's asked me to marry him, and I need to know the truth. I mean, I've seen so many things.
She thinks so many things.
No, I've seen.
So you need to know
I've seen people on the back of your motorcycle.
Miss Perkins, Miss Perkins, hold on. You need to know once and for all whether he's cheating or not before this relationship is going any further.
Yes, sir.
We talked about you all being on again, off again, on again. You're here fighting for this relationship that's lasted for 30 years.
Real?
So on again, off again, on again, off. I mean, this is a long-term relationship, and you want to see it continue.
Yeah, and I'm not the one here saying blah 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 blah. When she's done her dirt, and I've never cheated. That stuff when we were separated, that's where it stays.
But we wasn't together.
We weren't together when most of the stuff she's talking about.
No, yes, we was.
Here's the thing. If y'all been on and off for 30 years, there was some point, like at the beginning, when it was good.
Oh, yeah,
Tell
it
me
was
how you
very
met.
good.
Tell me how you all got together.
We was really young. We used to go bahan, swimming, everything.
What was that first thing?
Bahan and trucks.
What is that?
Where you go into mud and, just do a bunch of
Off-road.
Off-road running and,
So
Look how young they look, how young and innocent and happy they look.
Yeah, no
That's
clue.
that's when she wasn't delusional.
Oh.
That's what you wasn't delusional.
That was,
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out whether you've driven her to be delusional or not. All right, so in the beginning, you all are together.
Yeah, we had it great.
And then what happened?
It was on the news that he had died. So,
Yeah.
What?
He was in a car wreck. The motor sent him into the trunk, and they pronounced him dead on the scene. So I thought he was dead, and, after a while, I had to move on.
How long did you think he was dead?
For about 3 years, because he was in a coma. Yeah.
I was really badly messed
Yeah, he
up.
was in a coma. His and I don't get along, so of course she would not call me to tell me that he wasn't.
How did you find out he was alive?
Well, he came into my place of employment.
Okay, wait a minute. You think he's dead for 3 years and he walks into your job?
Yes, I about hit my knees, Your
Well,
Honor. I thought I was delusional.
I can't even get my mind around.
I
What
thought I
did you
was
say
seeing
to
it.
him?
She missed out on the report too. Before I walked in, I sent a friend of mine in because I didn't know. We was driving around. I hadn't been, around because I lost memory and I was, messed up physically and everything. And I said, man, what's the chance of her still being at this place?
So you were just thinking maybe I can find her.
Yeah.
And she was a part of your life that you wanted to get back.
Mm-hmm. I didn't remember much before that or anything either.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you move from he is back in my life, you reconnect, and you get married?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about how your marriage was. Was it a good marriage?
Yeah, it was a good marriage. We got married in the backyard. We had a shotgun wedding, pit bulls, Yeah, and
So you're married, it's good, but
Yeah.
you're divorced. So what happened?
Well, New Year's Eve, probably about 2007.
I was set up.
No, you was not set up.
Hold on. Let me hear what she has to say.
I come out of the bedroom, and he's making out with a family member of mine.
No.
Yes.
Okay, now
on the couch.
No.
Now, Miss Perkins, hold on.
Wow.
All right.
No.
Yes.
Making out.
This happened on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Okay, and New Year's Eve is just one of those times where you hug and kiss people.
She didn't just say we hugging and kissing. She said make it out. And there's a difference. A hug and a kiss is brief. You keep moving on. Make it out is involved.
So how long do you think they were making out?
Hold on, telling how long they were making out before I walked in and caught him.
There wasn't no how long.
It's who's to say how far they would have went if I wouldn't have walked.
Okay, so Mr. Gusman, she says New Year's Eve you were making out with somebody.
No.
What is it that actually happened in your mind?
It was that quick.
Mr. Gusman, you keep saying you weren't making out.
No, ma'am.
Show me with Miss Perkins what you were doing. I would say Ron, but Ron will not let that happen.
She come at me like this, and then it was like, and I pushed her away. It was
That quick?
It was that quick. It was
All
that
right.
fast. And
Now,
then
Miss
Byron,
Perkins,
okay,
you show me what you thought what you
Oh
saw.
my Jesus.
Okay, no, go ahead. I want to see
He
it.
was just like,
No.
Oh, that's a big difference, Mr. Combs.
So that was involved. There was some head movement.
Yes.
There was all of that.
It sounds like there was a little tongue
oh,
involved.
there was a lot. That's why, yeah.
Oh, boy.
No.
And I mean, Miss Perkins, she knows the difference between a peck and making out. I mean, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
So after that, did you get divorced?
Yes,
That is what led to the
Yes.
divorce. You were like, I'm out.
I'm done. I don't need a cheater.
Why would he go through all this to get back with you just to cheat on you, especially if he knows that's what happened in the past that got you divorced? So my question to you is, what have you seen that makes you think he's cheating now?
Oh yeah, he came in smelling like cheap perfume.
Exhaust.
Cheap perfume.
Exhaust.
Okay, and what did you say at that point?
I said, who you been with?
And what did he say?
He said, nobody. I said, well, that's awful funny because I just seen you with the on the back of your motorcycle. Dark hair. Oh, yeah.
All right, so he drives right past you. There's a woman on the back
Yeah,
of his
like I
bike.
wouldn't notice.
Did he see you?
I'm sure he did.
No.
Okay,
No,
all right. Is
Anyone
this somebody you knew?
Huh? No, I did not recognize her.
Okay, what
wasn't
does she look
hiding.
like?
Dark hair. That's all I could really tell because she was holding on to him.
Okay.
She was hugging him.
Yeah.
But what's wrong?
If I was hiding it, why would I drive by the corner store, which everybody in that neighborhood knows everybody? Everybody in that neighborhood, they're busybodies. They're gonna run and tell her. I mean, so it could have been anybody. I'm not gonna hide it. I went right by it because I had nothing to hide.
So now that takes us then.
To
Well-
her side, his side, and the woman on the back of the bike. She's here to testify. Ron, would you escort her in?
Right up to it, right up here.
Hi.
Good day.
Hi.
Would you please state your name for the record?
Christy Kahn.
And
Well,
you
wait,
just,
hold on. Let me establish something.
Okay.
Miss Perkins, is this the woman you saw on the back
Yes.
of the bike? So this is her?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What is your relationship with Mr. Gusman?
He's like my brother. I've known him for 100 years. It just seems like forever.
Well, then
He's
how
just
come
like
I've
my
never
friend.
met you?
I don't, because you guys are conflict.
I'm gonna cut to the chase on this one. Have you had sexual relations with Mr. Gusman?
Oh, never. Ew. He's like my brother. Ew. She already thinks that I am, and I'm
No,
not.
I'm not worried about you because you don't owe me nothing. It's this man that owes it to me.
You're right.
I would not be mad at you at all.
I agree.
Yes.
So, Miss Perkins, you're not blaming Miss Kahn for
No,
anything.
no, she don't owe me nothing. It's him.
But
Okay,
Mr.
but-
Gusman,
but see,
he's the
I
one that
can't
you're looking
speak
at,
for her.
right?
Yeah.
I can't speak for her, so I figured she's saying that I was doing something with her. She can come and say the same thing I'm saying. No.
But you know what? In our court file, we have a note that there's a relationship between you all two.
Well, there is a relationship. We're like friends. We're brothers.
No, it refers to something else. So we're going to have a member of our court personnel come out and explain what we have here.
Okay.
Ron, would you escort Miss Harrell in?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Harold. Maybe step right here.
Hi, Miss Harrell. Would you please state your name for the court record?
Yes, my name is Dominique Harrell.
And you're a member of our court personnel.
Yes.
All right. You, during your investigation for this case, uncovered some important information. Can you share that with the court?
Yes, absolutely. During my investigation, I discovered that Mr. Gusman and Mrs. Kahn are actually really good friends. They're very close. However, I also discovered that they both share a phone bill together. They have a family plan together, and I discovered that because I was trying to get in contact with both of them. Ms. Kahn informed me that her phone was going to be turned off, but I said, how am I going to get in contact with you? She said, well, we need to get our phone bill paid. And I'm like, who's we? You know, like I didn't understand who's we if I'm only talking to you. And she said, me and Mr. Gusman. That's how I discovered how they had a phone bill together.
Huh. That's something. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Perkins, did you know about
No.
this? What does this make you think?
Oh, my ears are on fire.
Okay, okay, listen.
All right, Mr. Gusman, I really do want to listen. Tell me why you two share a phone plan, a family plan.
I could pay $75 for my phone by itself. Or when I added her, or I could add you or anybody else here, and it makes it cheaper.
Okay, well, what about me?
Okay,
I said I get you a phone.
look, I understand that. So let me ask, is Miss Perkins on your phone plan?
No. When
Okay,
I put
all right.
her on it,
So-
yeah. I mean,
I understand. My first question is, Miss Perkins on your phone plan? You said no. So the second question is, out of all the people in the world you could add to your phone plan, you added Miss Khan.
she didn't have a phone. I'm a real simple person. She didn't have a phone. She needed a phone. I could save money. Bang, here it is.
You understand how that looks, though, right, Mr. Gusman?
No, because I'm not doing nothing. Again, like I said, I'm not doing nothing wrong. So. And hold on. Can I say this, please?
No. Do you understand how this looks to Miss Perkins?
Yes, I do.
And that's where you keep messing up. The excuse of I'm not doing anything, but it looks like you're doing something. That's the problem.
But when I put her on the phone plan, we weren't talking.
Let's let Miss Harrell go back to work for the court.
All right.
Thank you so much for that clarification, love.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. So here's the deal, and here's where we are. You smell cheap perfume on him, and you're like, who is this? You saw him giving a woman a ride down the street. The woman now is identified as Miss Khan. We find out that he has a family plan, a phone family plan with Miss Khan. All of these things all together have you thinking, is he cheated again? Do I want to marry him? Do I want to be done with him? Is that true?
That's correct.
And if you find out that he is in fact cheating,
Oh, it's a wrap.
you're done.
Done.
Forever and ever,
Yes.
world without end.
Forever. There will not be no...
She ain't find nothing like
And
that.
Mr. Gusman, just to be clear, you're telling this court and you're telling Miss Perkins that you have not been physically intimate with any other women since you two got back together.
Sorry.
All right, well, it's all on the line, Mr. Cutler.
We want to help you all resolve your issue. And so this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, we're going to call former military interrogator Lena Sesko to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please report Ms. Sesko in.
Ms. Sesko, get over to the monitor, please.
Hi, Ms. Sesko.
Hi, how are you, Your Honor?
Fine, how are you?
I am doing well.
Ms. Sesko, tell us what you did to investigate this case.
Yes, Your Honor. I first had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed that for any indicators of truthfulness and deception. I studied the case file, I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Mr. Gusman to see if he was cheating on Miss Perkins.
So, what were your initial findings when you completed your investigation?
While I was questioning Mr. Gusman, I was looking for indicators of deception, and he told me that he's never talked about his relationship in this amount of detail before with anybody, and that it made him think of a few things that he hadn't thought of before.
So what did you learn?
Mr. Gusman said that he brought Miss Khan on to prove to Miss Perkins that he's not cheating with her or with anybody, but he also told me that he may think that Miss Khan wants more than just a friendship with him.
All right.
Then I asked him if he wanted to spend the rest of his life with Miss Perkins, and he gave me a definitive yes. And he was also congruent when he said that because his head nodded yes. But he did caveat that. He said, and I'm going to read it because I'm quoting him, if she stops worrying about the stuff that has never happened. And finally, I've conducted hundreds of interrogations since 2002, and when I was interrogating Mr. Gusman, I saw no signs of deception. So he told me that he hasn't been cheating. I believe him. I believe he's being truthful. And again, I think he is being honest, and he has not cheated on Miss Perkins.
All right.
Ms. Perkins,
Yes, sir.
how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Because you came here to get some answers, right?
Yes.
And you got answers, and they were favorable answers.
Right.
All right, so what we need to talk about is having some trust.
Yeah.
So, you all are reestablishing a 30-year-old relationship. You have got to let the past go. You can't expect him to continue to want to be with you and share with you if he's always under a cloud of suspicion.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that you have been determined to have been truthful, do you still want to continue in the relationship with Miss Perkins?
Yeah.
Do you still
Yes,
want to marry her?
Yeah.
Do you still want to spend the rest of your life with her?
Absolutely.
Miss Perkins, you ready to say I do?
Sure.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
That's the most convincing testimony ever.
You all have been together for 4 years. Ms. Myers, you're currently 6 months pregnant. And where we go after today's proceeding depends on the answers to 2 questions. Is she cheating? And is the unborn baby Mr. Johnson's?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you've initiated this lawsuit today. Tell us why.
I caught her cheating with one of my good friends, probably around New Year's of this year. And then we got in a big argument about money, situation with money, how to pay the bills and stuff. So my parent had called me and told me, I have a job for you. If you come over here for a week, I'll give you $1,000 to work for me. Well, I went and done that. Well, when I came back after that week was over, her and my friend were like buddy, couldn't break them apart. Everything that we had to go do, let's go get him and he can ride with us.
And this was about 6 months ago.
Yes.
And she is 6 months pregnant.
Yes.
You have some concerns.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, how are you feeling with your boyfriend questioning the paternity of your child?
He has the right to because I did cheat on him. Okay, and it was about 6 months ago, and I admitted it to him finally. It will hurt if it's somebody else's, but I hope and pray that it's his because I love my family and he is my family and that's who I want to be with. And so I'm here today to prove to him that I'm not cheating anymore. I don't want to cheat. I have no interest in cheating at all anymore, but I do want him to know whether he's a father or not because he has that right to know.
You're taking full responsibility for
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
going on
Yes,
here.
Your Honor.
That's refreshing.
Yeah.
You don't see that no more.
Yes, Your Honor. I know what I did was wrong. Yes, Your Honor.
I gotta ask you this though. How did you end up cheating with your significant other's friend?
Okay, well, we had a lot going on, fighting and stuff, and he had left for a week. We had broke up for a week.
Okay.
And so that week I was mad at him. And so that's when I first did it. It happened probably about 4 times in total, though.
4 times?
In that time frame, yes, of me, but the same guy.
You were really mad, weren't you?
I was mad. Yes, sir. I was mad. And I thought he didn't want me no more. And I was hurt and sad, and I wanted love again. And that's who showed me attention.
I never said we were over. When I left for that
said we
week,
did.
I never said we were over.
You were just going to go make
I was
this
going
money.
to work to get money to pay our bills. And
So from your standpoint, you weren't broken
I
up.
packed a bag to leave, but I did not pack my whole house up. I packed up some clothes for a week.
Like you going on a trip.
Yes.
So, Mr. Johnson, how did you find out that she was cheating with your friend?
One of my friends told me, how could you kiss a girl who had just gave your friend oral sex? And I'd snapped in my head at that point. So I told him, leave me alone for a minute, I'll figure everything out. Well, a few weeks later, I let it go on for a few weeks. You couldn't break them apart. They were like cemented together.
Meaning Miss
became my best
Myers
friend.
and your friend?
Yes. Well, I wake up one morning, we didn't have water at that time, so she was going up to his house to wash some clothes. When I get up there, she's in the shower. I walk in and I ask her, I said, so what's going on here? Well, she broke down, and she told me.
So let me ask you this. Couple questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you say to your friend once she confessed?
I didn't say nothing, I swung at him.
You just start swinging.
Yeah.
Okay, and so were you also sleeping with Miss Myers during the same time period?
Yes. Well, not that week. I was working.
Well,
that
the
week,
week
yeah.
but the week before, the
Yes.
week after, you had slept with
Yes.
her too.
We were having sexual intercourse quite often.
Okay. And you're saying the only week that you had sex with him was the week he was gone?
But 4 times in that week, man.
Four
We barely have it
times
2
in that
times
week.
a
Is that right, Ms. Myers?
No, that's not right. It was not just that week. The first time that we slept together was that week. It happened a few other times after that week.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So, Miss Myers, how long after you slept with a friend did you find out you were pregnant?
Probably about a month. I found out I was pregnant and I was disappointed.
And at that point, when you discovered you were expecting, it was, I don't know if it's the friend or Mr. Johnson's.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. And what happened when you told Mr. Johnson, I'm expecting?
I was crying, I was screaming, and he was like, where are you at? Where are you at? Trying to find me in the house because I was screaming, upset, crying, because I was angry. I was very, very, very upset that I was pregnant. You know, not because I don't love my child, unborn child, but because of who it could be, the father.
So you were like, I have made potentially a ginormous mistake.
Yes, ma'am.
Woo! Okay, so you have a concern that she is still cheating, is that correct?
Yes, I've got money coming out of my bank account every 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks.
So you think she's giving money to this man
Yes.
two times a month?
Yes, 2 times a month, at least $80 a month. I'm having money come up missing. I pay the bills. I work almost every day of the week.
And $80 is not chump change.
No, that's
Not
money
It's
that could
because
go.
he doesn't know how to keep track of his money, neither, okay? I have to keep track of it for us.
I'm just thinking, usually it's the potential father that's sending money to the pregnant woman.
Right?
This time it's the pregnant woman sending money
But
to the
I'm
potential
not.
father.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not sending money to him at all. We use the money for a family member or gas, cigarettes, anything that we need, personal stuff.
But you're saying it's a regular occurrence and it's the same amount.
Yeah.
It's
And she's also disappearing for hours at a time. Like I can get her to text me back, but she won't answer the phone.
She disappears.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
I can be at work, and usually when I go on break, I call her. I get a 30-minute lunch break, so I usually call her. Well, sometimes it's, hey, I can't talk on the phone.
And this is something that's kind of recently happened in the last
few months going on.
Okay. Well, you used to be able to get a hold of her whenever you
I
called.
could call her anytime. I could be working the graveyard shift, and she'd pick up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And she'd talk to me for hours. Even though I wasn't supposed to be on the phone at work, she'd still talk to me.
But now
I can call her, and she'd talk for 15 minutes and be like, oh, I got to go. But I still got 15 minutes on my lunch break. But you can text me.
And you're thinking it's because she's with somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't like talking on the phone. And also, I sleep a lot right now with the baby, being pregnant and stuff. I have a lot going on and stuff, and I ain't got time to talk on the phone to him. He'll see me when he gets home, or he can text me.
But you understand his
Anything I do.
concern, right? I mean, all of a sudden,
Yes, Your
when you
Honor, I
stop
do.
talking to him on the phone, it's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yes.
I'll talk to you when you get home. I don't have
Yes.
time for you. I mean, that's a classic sign that there's something else going on.
I know.
Amen.
It is, but it's not. There's nothing else going on.
So is there anything else that you may have seen that makes you believe she's cheating?
Some text messages on her phone and like phone calls that I've tried to call this number back, but nobody
can't
ever
get
picks it
through.
up.
We share a
So what have
phone
you
now,
found?
though.
Huh?
What have you found?
What are the text messages?
One was, hey, baby, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Hey, it's Tina. Are you there? And that's what I call her, is Tina. Her name's Martina, but I call her Tina for short. But
And that was a number that you didn't recognize.
it's a number from my hometown, the area code from my hometown.
So it's somebody in your hometown that
Yeah.
she's like, hey, are you there? It's me.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the message she's talking about, and I never send a message to another man off my mom's phone, though. Just the same.
Well, Mr. Johnson, if you find out the baby's not yours, then what?
I want to work things out. I just need to know if she is cheating. We need to talk about things. If the baby's not mine, then she can take responsibility of the baby. I just don't want to, 15 years down the road, if we break up, don't want to be trapped in court for child support over this baby if it's not mine.
Okay, what if you find out she's still cheating?
Then we're going to have some problems.
So you're done. Okay. You understand what's at risk.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
What are your thoughts about the worst outcome?
Well, I
does that
know I'm
make
not
you-
cheating, so I have no worries there. But the baby, who's the father, I do have worries there. But I'm upset about it, you know, because I know what I did was wrong. And I know how he's going to feel if he's not the father. I pray to God that he is the father, but if he's not, I know how he's going to feel, and that's just going to break me down.
Well, to help sort all this out, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Ms. Cisco in. Ms. Cisco, how are you today?
I am doing great, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Tell us, please, what you did to investigate this case.
I had the accused write a witness statement, which I analyzed for any indicators of truthfulness and deception. And I studied the case file, I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Ms. Myers to see if she, in fact, was cheating on Mr. Johnson.
So you conducted a full interrogation. What were your initial findings?
In the beginning, Ms. Myers was very open and very talkative to me. She didn't hold back any detail about what happened between her and Mr. Johnson's friend. She told me that she slept with his friend approximately 5 times, and then she told me that this information was humiliating.
Mr. Johnson believes Ms. Myers is secretly still involved with the other man and that she's giving him money. Does he have any reason to be concerned about that issue?
I asked Ms. Myers, where's the money going? So I asked her, are you sending it to Mr. Johnson's friend or any other man? And she said definitively, no. She was talking to me with open body language, but her answers were congruent verbally and non-verbally. So I didn't see any signs of deception as she was telling me this.
All right. So Mr. Johnson has opened this case because he wants to know if the child Ms. Myers is carrying is his. How does Ms. Myers feel about this question of her child's unknown paternity?
She told me she's scared. She's scared to find out. She hopes that it's Mr. Johnson because she loves him. And I believe that she is truly happy with Mr. Johnson. But she's concerned about the results of the paternity test.
So, in conclusion, what is your belief about whether or not Ms. Myers is still cheating?
In my conclusion, I saw no signs of deception. I do not believe she's cheating on Mr. Johnson, and I believe she's being faithful.
I feel better.
Okay.
You feel better?
Yeah, I feel better.
You feel better?
Yeah.
We've answered the question about whether she's cheating, but we still have hanging out there the question of the paternity of this baby.
Yes.
Ms. Myers, I can see it in your face. Because your future is riding on these results. I mean, this is really paining you inside. I can see that.
It is, because I don't know, and I don't want it to be somebody else's other than him. I don't.
You want it to be your family. You don't want this third thing out here. You don't want to have to question his loyalty and love of this child.
Yes.
You want your family to have the strength of everybody being, blood family.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Johnson, you're gripping that podium. You're taking deep breaths. I see you trying to figure out, if you're ready to receive these results.
Yeah, I need to know, everybody that knows about her being pregnant and knows that she had cheated on me. Is it yours, bro? Is it yours? Is it yours? And all I can say is, yeah, I hope. I really do hope. I pray that it's my child.
Ms. Myers, is there anything that you want to say to Mr. Johnson before we get these results?
I hope it's yours. I really, really do.
I think we are ready for the results. Ron, do you have those?
Yes, Sean.
This is huge.
Ms. Myers, are you sure you're okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm okay.
To determine if Mr. Johnson is the father of Ms. Myers' unborn child, a non-invasive prenatal test was performed. A blood sample was drawn from Ms. Myers, and fetal DNA was isolated from that sample. DNA Diagnostics has prepared the results, and the results are as follows.
And I'm sorry, but either way.
You're fine.
All right.
Well, Mr. Johnson, you are the father. So we found out that she is not still cheating, and you are the father. How does that make you feel, Mr. Johnson?
My legs are weak. I don't know.
Ms. Myers, how are you feeling in this moment?
Thank God. I feel great. I feel a lot better. I'm so happy.
That is good to hear. I'm glad the results came out the way you hoped they would come out, that she's not still cheating, that the baby is yours, and that you all can now move forward to continue with your family. I mean, this is great.
This is good. And I sincerely believe that Miss Myers is in it to win it. I think she has figured it out. I don't think she ever wants to find herself having this conversation again.
No, Your Honor, I don't.
And Mr. Johnson, I want to take my hat off, if I had one, for you staying in the game, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You all have been together for 5 years and engaged for 4 years.
Yeah.
Ms. John, why have you brought your fiance to court today?
I brought him here today because I feel that he's cheating on me. He's extra friendly with people in the neighborhood.
Mr. Culler's extra friendly with our neighbors, so what does that mean? Do I need to be worried? Do I need to be eyeballing something? Tell me what that means.
He just goes out of his way to help them do stuff to their yard. If they're working on their car, he goes out of his way to help them do that. Just goes out of his way to help them.
Okay.
You believe it's beyond just friendly?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
do.
she's thinking. She's thinking that. You know, I feel like it's all a cover-up for what she's doing, so.
Yeah, but it ain't about me.
Well, Mr. Willette, in terms of what you're doing, are you a friendly person?
Of course, I'm always friendly.
Do you go out of your way to help your neighbors?
Of course I do. Every day. I try to make everybody happy, especially her.
So,
you know?
all right.
He's Mr. Rogers.
That's probably... Are you cheating?
She can accuse me all day, but I'm not cheating. That's what I want to tell her, but she don't believe me.
There's too much
I'm
sneaky
too
stuff
faithful.
going on.
If I wanted to cheat on somebody, I would be single. There'd be no reason for me to even be in a relationship.
So you believe she's doing this to deflect about what she may be doing?
It's a guilty conscience. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I mean, because he's a friendly person, that must be one of the things that attracted you to him.
Yeah, it was one of the things, but the extra stuff, and then he won't ever leave his cell phone alone. He takes it in the shower with him. He sleeps with it next to his head. If I ask to look at it, he takes it and then gives it to me 15 minutes later. So I never get to touch it.
Okay, so you all have been together for 5 years.
Yes.
You've been engaged for 4 years. What was the first sign that something went wrong?
It was probably about 3 months ago. He started working, and he'll tell me he's working an overnight shift. It's just him and a guy working. When I pick him up in the morning, it's him and a female working. His excuse is a schedule change, but it's always something.
But I'm always working.
Okay, so...
What can I do at work?
The nights that there's a female coworker, I'll text him. I don't get a text back. It's just if it's a male coworker, he'll text right back all night, back and forth. If it's a female, I barely get texted all night while he's working.
Okay, so something in your gut is telling you, making you say, huh.
Are you not responsive when you have a female coworker?
I'm responsive when I get a chance to. I'm working. I can't just pick up the phone whenever. What if I have a customer and she texts me at that time, but I'm helping out 2-3 different
It's
customers?
just a
How can
little
I pick up the phone and
convenient
text
when
back?
it's a
Makes no sense.
girl, he's not
Okay.
texting back.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Willette. I'm gonna let you in on a secret, okay? Women detect patterns.
He's speaking truth.
They detect them very quickly. And the pattern is when there's a female coworker, you aren't texting back as frequently as when there's a male coworker. You probably don't even know it.
Probably.
Women pick up on that. I'm telling you. If you don't get anything else from today, get that. Women pick up on patterns. So,
Mr. Culler, you paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
I'm gonna have to switch it up because you didn't
I
learn
figured it out now,
yeah. Okay, Miss John, we've got the failing to text. You got him as Mr. Friendly of the neighborhood. What else do you have?
But you got proof.
There will be money missing out of our joint bank account, just like $5 or $10 here or there. And when I ask him where it went, he'll say he bought cigarettes or something to that nature.
Smoker.
But he just bought cigarettes like an hour before that.
Where do you think he's taking a woman for $5 and $10?
$1
Wait a minute. On the regular, not just here and there.
I don't think necessarily he's taking them out, maybe letting them borrow money or, grabbing them a drink or something. That's our money. We work hard for it, so it shouldn't be spent on no other female. Period.
Right.
It don't matter how much it is.
All right. So, Mr. Willette, you think all of this is just her deflecting?
Exactly what it is. I had this gut feeling that just something in my gut is telling me it's a guilty conscience. That's the reason why she's trying to accuse me for something so she can cover up what she's trying to cover up with.
So what do you think she's deflecting?
I don't know. I'm thinking, she's kind of extra close with my roommate, and extra close. They'd be gone for hours at a time, like literally hours at a time. I'm going to the store to get milk. They'd be gone for 2 hours. One day they went out to get milk. 2 hours goes by, 3 hours goes by, 4 hours. 11 hours later, they come back.
So you
They had to go to Jacksonville to go feed their mom's cat.
Okay,
11 hours it takes.
So you think she's cheating with your roommate?
I have a gut feeling.
So, Cutler, we have her side, we have his side, now we need the roommate side.
Okay. All right.
That roommate is here. Ron, would you escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean.
Would you please state your name for the court?
Stacy Herrera.
All right. Miss Herrera, now how do you know Miss John?
My roommate?
All right, and you're also roommates with Mr. Willette?
Yes.
How long have you all been living together?
Between 4 to 5 months.
All right, so what do you know about Miss John's and Mr. Willette's relationship? Do you believe he's cheating?
There's points I do.
Okay, why do you believe that?
He's out, he'll go somewhere and say he's going one place, and then we'll run into him, and he's like, oh, well, I'm just coming back from getting this, and he's empty-handed.
So that makes you think that he is cheating?
Yeah, I mean, it's secretive, and it's just something that shouldn't be like, oh, well, his friend says this, and then he says something else.
It just don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me either.
Mr. Willette, did this occur that you were going for a friend and didn't come back with the items?
No. It didn't even go down like that.
But they could be covering up for wherever you're really going.
They don't
That's
wanna
what you're covering. You guys are covering up something for what y'all are doing, trying to blame me. She's obviously doing something with her. They're always together. For hours at a time, they're gone. What do I know? They're texting each other in the same room.
So you believe these two are sexually involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait.
Okay.
I actually found.
You believe that your fiance and your roommate are involved with each other?
Yes.
Why do you believe that?
I found a pair of her panties on my bedroom floor. What are they doing on my bedroom floor?
Live together.
She does our laundry
together.
But you don't do our laundries are separate.
Okay, wait. Whose panties?
Miss Herrera's.
What
are they doing? What are they doing in my room? On my bedroom floor. If they got mixed up in the laundry, why are they on the floor and not in the laundry?
Okay, so did he find a pair of your panties in the bedroom?
He did.
Okay, can you explain to me why your panties are in his room?
She does laundry. Sometimes it'll get mixed up in the washer and the dryer. I mean, there's a total of 3 of us living there along with my 2 kids. It's an easy
The laundry gets put everywhere.
Ms. Herrera, what is the nature of you all's relationship?
We're friends.
Are you more than friends?
No.
So basically, Miss John and Mr. Willette, this is a relationship completely devoid of trust. Is that a safe statement?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this moment.
5-year relationship and no trust. 4 years of engagement and no trust.
All right. Because we've had these allegations, the court has ordered a forensic analysis on both of your cell phones. And we have the results. At this time, the court will call cybersecurity expert, Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean. Mr. Evans.
All right.
How are you, Mr. Evans?
I'm doing great. Yourselves?
Good to see you again.
All right. Now, Mr. Evans.
Yes.
She believes that he, erases information from his phone. Right. And so with a forensic examination, you can recover deleted information, correct?
I can recover deleted text messages, emails, pictures, videos, anything that's stored on a person's phone can be recovered.
So you were given both the plaintiff's and the defendant's phone for analysis, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What did you find?
Well, I got to put my glasses on for this one. All right. Well, let's start with the first one. What I found was this message here from Miss John.
Okay. It says, I just want to be able to make you happy as your girlfriend, your wife, your best friend, and especially make you happy and satisfy you in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Right. You're telling him, I want to be the best woman to you that I can be.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Great. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I got into this relationship for, is to, you know what I'm saying, make 100% of us together. Okay.
And when you got this text message,
I'm sorry?
When you got this text message, you smiled?
Of course I did.
Did you find anything else, Mr. Evans?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. This one is of Mr. Willette. I don't know if he has aspirations of being a model or get a sock contract.
Well, do tell. Let me explain this to the court. Mr. Willette, I'm seeing more of you than I ever wanted. And you seem to be
laying in a reclining position with no clothes on except for a sock. But the sock is not on your foot. Okay?
Size 8.
You understand what it looks like?
Oh, I know that picture.
Oh.
All right, and
who was this photo for?
She actually took it.
So this was for you. Adult play.
Supposedly for me.
All right. Can you tell whether this was sent to any other women?
I did check for that. I did not see it was sent to any other woman except for her.
All right. Did you find any evidence that suggests either party might be cheating?
Okay. Now, this is what I do have for you here, Your Honor.
So this is a text message from Miss John to Mr. Willette.
Correct.
At 2:19 a.m. And it says, I am your wife and I want you home. Where the blank are you now? So did he respond to this text message?
He did not respond to her, but at the exact same time, he did respond to this young lady here.
So at the exact same time, she's asking, where are you? I want you home.
That's correct.
He's texting another woman.
That is correct.
All right. And so he says...
Dang, so we can chill tonight, me and you, yes or no?
And she responds, where's Tina? Which is Miss John.
That at Housey, I'm on your steps, is his response.
Oh, you can chill for a minute, then I gotta go.
And he responds, you and me alone, laugh out loud. Okay, were you at someone else's house at 2:19 in the morning?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, another woman's house?
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing at another woman's house at 2:19 a.m.?
Well, she had owed me some money, so I was trying to be...
So you're trying to hang out?
2 o'clock in the morning?
You're trying to hang out at 2 in the morning?
You could have went to your homeboy's house. You didn't have to go to a female house.
Oh, I
Go sit outside, go to a different room. That's
Okay,
away.
Dangs, so we can chill tonight, me and you. That doesn't sound like any bill collector I've ever encountered.
I know it sounds crazy, but...
Okay, so Mr. Willette, here's what I'm observing. All up until now, you've been smooth. Now that we're asking you the hard questions, you fumbling all over yourself. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Were you with another woman?
Sexually, no.
Okay, so how are you feeling? about what he's telling you? Are you buying any of this?
No, not at all. It's surprising, hurt, kind of a numb feeling.
After all that we've discussed today, what do you want to say to your boyfriend or your fiance?
That I want him to start being more honest, and I want to work things out and, do whatever we have to do to move forward in our relationship.
It's gonna be hard.
What do you need him to do?
I need him to come clean and let me know everything that he's done.
Well, I have a question for you. He's accused you of being in a sexual relationship with your roommate. Have you been in a sexual relationship with Ms. Herrera?
Her and I have messed around, yeah.
But it hasn't been a relationship.
That proves everything right there. That's crazy.
So you and Miss Herrera, your roommate, have been sexually involved?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Obviously, I was going through stuff with him and the lies, and we just kind of relied on each other. And having drinks one night, it kind of
led to another.
Led one thing to another.
Was this a one-time sexual contact, or have you been together more than once?
It's been more than once, but...
That's even worse.
How often have you had contact?
I'd say less than 5.
Right, I was going to say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
When was the last time you all were together?
A month ago?
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Enough for me. I worked so damn hard for this. That makes no sense. What did I do all this for? For what?
But you suspected that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had that gut feeling. My gut feeling's always right.
And now your gut feeling has been confirmed.
Confirmed.
All right, so now that you have this information, yes, it's a hard question, but what are you going to do? Are you going to stay engaged to your fiance? You all have been together for 5 years.
I don't even know what to say. I sit down and think about this one.